else you want to try? Try these. See, that's longer.
Seems to be about.
But it's worse.
About the same, yeah.
What about these? You want to switch? These seem pretty long. You good? You got it?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Show you the one try these out.
We're live.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
The Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, 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 and starting fucking now.
That's right. You're listening to the Black Lung Show on the world famous Chaotic Radio. It's chaoticradio.us right now. We're working on the .com thing. Welcome, people, to the greatest rock and roll show on the fucking planet. This is the house of rock and roll, the church of rock and roll, with the best punk rock DJs. Let me take that back. We've got one really good punk rock DJ, Dutchy Hollins, who was doing a show right before him. You guys have been listening to Chaotic Radio. He's spinning a lot of music from our good friends at Die Laughing Records. And in studio today, I have one of their brand new artists, Jesus and the Dinosaurs. Before we get to that, I want to say, again, thanks to everybody on the internet for sharing these posts. This show is not my show. That's why it's not called the Ryan Pena Show. It's called the Black Lung Show. It's for the bands, it's for the scene, it's for the people, and for everybody that shares this and checks it out. You know, I really want to thank you guys, you know, everybody listening in Texas and New York and England. And yeah, I know I'm forgetting a bunch of places. I don't want to name specific people because we'll be here all fucking day. But I really appreciate that you guys checking this out. We're on Facebook Live. We're also streaming live on YouTube. We're getting all high-tech and digital and shit. Thanks, Hef, for coming in today and filling in, my engineer extraordinaire. Hef, how you doing today, brother?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right, man. It's good to be back. I haven't done a show here in a couple weeks. I've been in and out of town. Yeah. So it's good to get back in here, especially with a live band doing what I love to do. A lot of stuff to talk about today, people. We're going to get right into this shit. I got some brand new vinyl to spin for you guys. I've got some vinyl that my band came out on that I'm really excited to share with fucking super stoked. Anyway, let's get right to the show. And then, you know, I apologize if I'm trying to look down at my phone. I hate doing that. I've never done that in the history of the show. But now that we've got all these cameras and all these different things, I'm gonna get this YouTube thing going. Hef, is this thing going right now on the YouTube?
Yeah, it's live. Do you refresh it?
Yeah. There we go. There we go. There's my big forehead. All right, yeah, there you guys are. See? You guys are sexy guys. All right, so anybody is going to go ahead and get on the Black Lung Show, a Chaotic Radio YouTube thing. You can type in some questions we can ask the guys. How are the phones? Is that shit working yet, Hef?
I have to go B. I know it was working kind of, but I don't know if it's still the problem you had where it's like, delayed.
All right, well, let's not fuck with it. Just type in some questions right now, or you can type in some questions on the Black Lung Show, the Facebook page. Christina from the Hellflowers is watching right now. Jillian's watching. Dave, all your Die Laughing compadres.
Yeah, what up?
All right, so how you guys doing, man?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good.
All right.
Chilling.
Not tired.
Not tired?
Yeah.
All right. You guys are young, that's why. Got all that youthful energy. Why don't we do this? Let's start off right off on my right-hand side. And I just want you to introduce yourself to the listening audience. Tell them who you are and what you guys play in the band.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Brian, and I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Mike, and I play the drums and backup vocals.
Sure, I'm G, and I play the bass.
All right. So I don't do a lot of research on the show because then I feel like the stuff kind of feels contrived, right? Like I'm asking a bunch of, already thought up questions. So basically what I like doing, since I play in a band too, is like it's a conversation between musicians, right? I'm going to ask you something different than some other radio stuff that you guys have been doing. You guys did a radio show in Fullerton, right?
Yeah.
How did that go?
was nice.
It was cool. It was nice.
What was the station?
Titan Radio.
Titan Radio.
Titan Radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of them. That's cool. Check them out, people. See, that's the other thing too about the show, right? I mean, yes, this is the greatest rock and roll show there is, but we got to show some love to everybody else because we all need all the different venues, to play in, right? We need all the radio stations to play really good music. You listen to FM radio and you're gonna hear, goddamn Metallica and Guns N' Roses on a fucking loop. It's like this is where you hear the good stuff. This is where you hear bands from Die Laughing Records, who Chaotic Radio has teamed up with. Excited about this. So you guys, man, you guys are on tour right now. This is the final day of your tour. Are you excited to go home? Are you still having fun?
I'm still having
Yeah,
fun.
I'm still having fun.
Yeah,
We're still in
I
that
kind of don't want to go home.
So where are you guys from exactly?
Fairfield.
Fairfield. Where's that? That's close to Sacramento, right?
Yeah, roughly. It's like in between San Francisco and Sac.
Yeah, get up on the pull the
Sorry.
mic. No, it's all right, dude.
It's roughly like in between San Francisco and Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like just right in the middle.
All right, so here, let's for me to know and for the listening audience to know too. Let's start right at the fucking beginning. Tell me about the name. That's always my favorite thing to ask about a name. Is it Jesus and the Dinosaurs or is it Jesus and the Dinosaurs? Which one do you guys go by?
Jesus and Dinosaurs.
It's
It's starting
just-
to feel like Jesus though. That question has been coming up a lot.
Is that right?
These past few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you guys decide? Why did you guys decide on that name? I mean, is there a cool story?
Sort of. Yeah. It was
Yes,
a
there
dream
is.
that I had. And,
It was a dream that you
yeah,
had.
It was a time that I was having these sorts of like crazy dreams about a bunch of different things. I was coming up with songs in my sleep pretty much. It was like a period of 3 days that dream after dream after dream. One of those dreams, I had a dream that I was in a band that was called Jesus y los Dinosaurios. So the same thing, but in Spanish, right? And then I brought it out to the band once I was telling them about the dream, and they were all immediately like, "Man, let's change it. Let's be Jesus and the Dinosaurs now," because there was a different name before.
What was that?
The Miserias.
Okay.
And so kind of the miseries, right? That's what it will mean. But it was kind of like just kind of starting to get traction. We hadn't even played our first show,
All right.
so then immediately changed it to Jesus and Dinosaurs, and it was that.
I got you. Puedo hablar español. I'm a wetback too. I don't know. I don't know about wetback. My back's a little damp. I'll just say that. A lot. Have you guys seen that video? My friends give that shit to me a lot. Is that that guy that looks white that speaks Spanish ordering the tacos?
I've seen it, but I never clicked on it.
No, it's
That-
my friends always make fun of me for that because I look white and I speak Spanish and stuff. Not 100% fluently like I used to when I was first born, but it's good. That's the other thing I was excited about. I was telling you guys, the engineer for the show was in Mexico City and he brought in a bunch of CDs from a bunch of Mexican punk bands. I wish I would have brought them, but yeah, I'm excited. It's really cool for being Hispanic or Latino or whatever the fuck they want to call us this week.
Right.
To see bands doing that. And I was going to ask you guys that you guys sing songs in Spanish, but that's pretty fucking much given when I was just looking at your CDs.
Yeah.
So, when did you guys form as a band? How did you guys start?
Initially, it was mostly my idea trying to find people. I had been in bands before when I was living in El Salvador. I grew up there.
That's where you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up
Wow.
in El Salvador. Yeah, so I came over here when I was 20 years old back in 2010. Spent a little bit of time just kind of getting adjusted and all that. Then eventually started trying to find musicians. Originally, there was like a lineup with my brother and a different drummer, and then we started kind of progressing until where we're at now, which is this lineup is about a year and a half old as we have right now. So we're just getting out there with this new sound, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm always curious too. Finding that right sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What makes the band click to where you guys started jamming together? That was like, this is the lineup that we want.
Just something like we were kind of all friends before we were officially a band, and so that helped a lot because even when we first met, of course we would kick it and stuff, but since we knew that we all played music, then we would jam with each other, of course, and so. But just bullshitting, like just having a good time, like just in the garage, just jamming. And we never thought that we'd be together, like in a band, like ever. But What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of progresses, right? Like
Yeah,
you start
yeah.
kind of like finding each other musically, like okay, like this is kind of how we come together, and then we all have our different influences. But when you're jamming, you gotta meet at some kind of common ground to
Yeah.
keep that going, right? So we all have like our own sense, I guess, into coming into that, and then of course we have like I guess the basis, which is the songs, right? The structure of the songs themselves, which I make more like in that garage punk sort of line. So then we kind of jam around that central idea, I guess, and that's kind of what it keeps all of it on the same sort of line. But ultimately, it's more like kind of like jamming into it too. So it's pretty cool. I mean, that's the thing how you start finding out like other stuff that you can do like within the influences that everybody brings,
Yeah.
and then it kind of expands that way.
All right. I'm curious too. I mean, to get a little off subject, right?
Mm.
You know, what's the scene like down there before you came up here for the punk rock scene? Because it's always interesting to me to see bands playing in Saudi Arabia or Africa or you know what I mean. Like I'm used to the L.A. Orange County scene down here in Southern California, which is different than New York and everything. But in another country, I mean, what was it like? What was it like growing up down there?
I will say it was definitely more. The music was more based on talking about politics, like kind of denouncing political issues and things like that. It's definitely more rooted in that, more working class, I guess, is what I want to say.
Okay.
Definitely, you see a lot of like oi and street punk out there more than anything. A lot of hardcore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's not many venues or anything like that, so a lot of stuff that happens is all DIY. For example, the city that I'm from, Santa Ana, the main venue, I guess if you want to call it, was this abandoned theater group salon kind of thing that they have where they will get together. It was basically like dismantled during the war, the Civil War in the 80s, and then people just kind of took over it and started making shows there. It was this place called El Gato, and there was a point that the electricity was even cut down. But one of the guys that was in one of the bands that was playing was this guy in a band called Sumpul 88, I think. He was an electrician, so he just climbed up on one of the poles and like basically drew electricity back onto the place for the
Yeah.
shows only. So we were running like that. I mean, it was like that DIY sort of thing, and you have to be like looking and trying to make the spaces like that. In the capital, there's more stuff. It's a bit more like a scene, I guess, a small scene, but in the outskirts, there's still music happening, but there's not like really places, so you kind of like make it your own that way. So it's a lot more raw, I guess, if you want to call it like that.
Wow, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let me say this too. You can see all of us drinking water. Usually on the shows over the last few years, you guys have always seen me drinking beer. I'm kind of going a different direction, but I still got that filthy mouth. So I was just realizing one thing. I just said wetbacks, and I know a lot of people are sensitive nowadays. I don't give a fuck. I can make fun of myself. If your feelings get hurt, change the station. You can listen to something else. This is punk rock, okay? So, and that goes out. That goes out for everybody. There's been so much shit what happening with the Dickies and Fang, and I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know if you guys pay attention. I do, and it sucks that people get their feelings hurt. The other thing. All right, so going back to your you were talking about the music being politically influenced. So how does that play into your band? Are you guys politically influenced? Does that come out in your lyrics? And who writes lyrics?
I do.
You write most of the lyrics?
Yeah, it definitely comes in it. A lot of the songs that we have are like, especially the ones in Spanish, are definitely more like you can tell it's more rooted on the sound from out there. I think it's more like faster stuff, style like kind of like Spanish punk influence, like Escorbuto and La Polla Records and bands like that I grew up listening to in Spanish. So and bands from Latin America too that play like Dos Minutos and all that, but. The songs in Spanish are the ones that are more like that. And also on the second album that we have, Música Pelada, we have a cover. What was my band out there in El Salvador? The song is No es Democracia, and the band was called Bushka Pleito. It was back in the Bush era, so the name was Bushka
Okay.
Pleito.
Why don't we do this too? Because not everyone that listens to the station speaks Spanish. So I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
why don't we translate that? So the name of the album. Because we got a little while here on the show.
Right.
We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk some shit. We're gonna play some music.
on.
But I got to remember to play some music so that this way these guys know who you guys are, right?
for sure.
This is Jesus and the Dinosaurs. You guys are the DJ today, man. You guys tell me what you guys want to play. And let me hold these up too. You talk about DIY. This is some DIY CDs right here, brother.
Definitely, man.
That brings me back, man. You guys made these yourselves, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you did. Hell yeah, you did. All right. So which one was the first one?
The one on your left hand.
Left hand?
Yeah.
All right.
Grabaciones caseras basically means home recordings. That one is recorded in a garage, and it's like songs about the kind of like the country. Like the first one is El Salvador se quema. El Salvador is burning. It talks a lot about like the situation out there and things like that. The cover is also it's a building that basically fell down during the earthquake of I think '86 in the capital San Salvador, and the building is still standing there, like just as it is in that picture, just the ruins like that.
Yeah, we'll hold it up to the camera so everybody on YouTube could see the cover.
So
There's a delay on this. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
See, there you go. Right?
Yeah, so
What a trip, man. What a trip. I've never been down there. It sounds crazy.
beautiful place, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You know, you watch fucking television, man, and everyone makes you scared to go travel anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Anyway. Well, why don't we play the first song? Hef, go ahead. We're trying to work on we have some technical difficulties, especially with the CD player. Go ahead, because there was a little bit of buzzing going on. We're going to play some Jesus and the Dinosaurs for you right now. In fact, I'm going to play 2 songs back to back because it is punk rock and they're only 2-minute songs. Thank God. It's not that heavy metal bullshit where they're like 6 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
No, thank you.
All right. So you guys are listening to the Black Lung Show.
Voy caminando por las calles y ya no sé si regresaré. Gente marchando por luces altas en medio de la ciudad. Muerte, violencia, destrucción es lo que hay aquí. Muerte, violencia, destrucción es lo que hay aquí. Políticos de mierda viven del país. Un centro comercial es un progreso. Sacaban los bosques, sacaban los ríos. Y yo me pregunto qué será de los niños. Muerte, violencia, destrucción es lo que hay aquí. Muerte, violencia, destrucción es lo que hay aquí. Machismo, miseria, religión, violencia, muchísimos males a escoger. Mientras unos no quieren de comer, otros otra guerra quieren ver. Machismo, miseria, religión, violencia, muchísimos males a escoger. El Salvador se quema, El Salvador se quema, El Salvador se quema, El Salvador se quema. Muerte, violencia, destrucción es lo que hay aquí. 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 María, le decía la difunta, esperando su alegría, se le llegó el día, volvió a su esposo, se fue por el norte, buscando el futuro, buscando la vida. Wow, wow, wow. ¿Dónde está el futuro? ¿Dónde está el pobre? ¿Dónde está el futuro? ¿Dónde está el pobre? ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay, ay, ay! Pasaron los años de esa vía. Muchos esperaron y siguieron esperando con tus esperanzas, muchas ilusiones. Lo único que había y no lo sabía. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! ¿Dónde está el futuro? ¿Dónde está el porvenir? ¿Dónde está el futuro? ¿Dónde está el porvenir? ¿A dónde? 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 ¿A dónde está? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde está? ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay, ay, ay! Era María, lo decía la difunta, esperanza, alegría. Se le dio el día, 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 se le dio el día.
All right, that was Jesus and the Dinosaurs. You guys are listening to the Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio. Jesus and the Dinosaurs are live here in studio, wrapping up their Southern California tour. That was a couple of tracks from their first CD, Grabaciones Caseras. And that first song was it's one of my new favorite songs. And I'm fucking serious. I don't lie on this show. You know what I mean? Everybody that comes in this show is handpicked by me, or at least referred by someone very reputable, right? And so I've been really excited with Dutchie and myself. I've been stoked on working with these Die Laughing Records bands, and El Salvador se quema. So again, translating that for you, non-Spanish speaking. You can just think of Bad Religion, Los Angeles burning, well, El Salvador is burning in this track. And that's got quintessential elements of punk rock. You basically got everything punk rock in that. The speed of the speed, the sound, the breakdown of the drums and bass. I love that part. The clapping, right?
Yeah.
You've got the woes in there. You know what I mean? There's
Just throw everything.
Yeah, you got everything
fucking
there,
song,
right?
man.
It
Great
just
fucking song, dude.
you made me feel young. I wanted to slam dance,
Right.
Start- and the other thing too. So check this out, right? So I've been doing this show for 4 years, and it's fun for me watching the bands that I interview and watching their reaction to their own music, right? Some guys when they come in studio, and we haven't had the YouTube thing and the Facebook thing, but just for like the last few months. So a lot of the stuff you can't really see, but sometimes the band will sit in here, and as soon as their music starts, the headphones come off, and they're looking around. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
And then other times, you can see the band listening to their own shit and kind of really getting into it and like dissecting it, right? And you can see them talking like, "Fuck, we should have played that a little bit louder. We should have done this, right?" And then there's other cats like you guys that are just sitting here smiling, listening to your own shit and bobbing your head, right? Which is good. That's what I want to see, right?
Yeah, man.
That's fucking rad, Like, dude, if you're gonna play in a band, right, and you're gonna go on tour and you're gonna put your blood, sweat, and tears in this shit,
Fuck
you
yeah.
should at least be happy listening to your own shit, right?
Yeah, dude.
So how often do you guys? So there's my next question. I told you we're just gonna make this up as we go along.
Yeah.
How often do you guys listen to your own stuff, and do you guys listen to it to critique it, or do you listen to it and just smile and be like, "Yeah, we fucking did that"?
I think a mixture of both for me.
Yeah, for me too, a little mixture of both. I usually don't start listening to like our own shit until like as it gets closer to a gig, right? Just so I'm in the right like mind frame and stuff like that, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, just so I'm in the right mind frame. But usually, if we don't have a gig, I'll have to say my favorite song just to play for whatever definitely is El Salvador se quema. Just wake up in the morning, fucking 6 a.m. Get ready for work, slap that shit on, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
That's cool.
That's really good to hear.
So one of the other things too for everybody listening to that they didn't get to see. Well, right off the bat, first as I'm driving in here, let me give another shout out to to the Die Laughing Records bands. I was listening to this CD, the Screaming Bloody Marys. Get in, get off, get out, get more. Here's for everybody looking at on Facebook. I listened to the entire CD on my drive in here. Damn, this is great. I can't wait to interview you guys, Dave. I know you're listening. Again, this is really good. This is really good stuff. So anyway, what I was saying is, I'm driving in here listening to that, and I pull into the parking lot, and there it is, man, the tour van. That is. I love seeing that. You know, most of the time here on the show, I've interviewed a lot of the local Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego bands. Like I said before, and every once in a while I get some cool cats coming on tour, and that's actually my favorite. Again, thanks everybody for listening into the different time. Usually the show's from 3 to 4, but we got to accommodate, or from 4 to 6. I don't even know what time my own show plays. But so I like seeing the bands coming on tour. I like the tour van coming in here. I've had a few bands on tour. We've had Dayglow Abortions. We've had the Briefs, the Weirdos, a few other bands. If I can remember it, it's been a long 4 years. But you guys are on tour right now, and do you guys listen into your own CDs as you're in the tour van as you're going along? No,
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even once this whole tour.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm curious. I'm curious what bands do. What do you guys do to pass the time as you're driving along from one gig to the next? Are you guys listening to music?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
listening to
definitely.
music.
So, I think the influence question's a boring one. So this is how I get to know bands better. What are you guys listening to? What's bumping in the van right now as you're going to go to the next gig?
Yeah. What were you just listening to right now before we got off?
a little bit of reggae. We were listening to. I put on Johnny Be Good by Peter Tosh. I found that out on YouTube. I was like, Peter Tosh covered Johnny Be Good, and fucking.
What's that? Growlers. Yeah. that's
Oh
right.
yeah, the Growlers.
All right.
Buzzcocks.
Oh yeah,
Buzzcocks,
fucking-
yeah.
A lot of Buzzcocks
We
going on.
listened to the Sonics yesterday.
Yeah, Sonics.
Roy Orbison.
the Zombies.
Iggy Pop.
Iggy
for
Pop.
sure.
Yeah,
Summer
dude.
Mounds, of course.
Stevie
Yeah,
Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Always gotta have some Stevie Wonder. for
Yeah,
whatever
just a
reason.
combination of a lot of things, like all. Yeah.
No, that's
Just
good.
a lot of shit, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's
Passing the phone along, so it changes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
No, it's good to see that, with all the bands that I interview on here, I remember, when I was younger, a lot of the punk bands I used to play with would be, oh, that you listen to that, that's not punk rock. Fuck you. I listen to whatever the fuck I want to.
Yeah,
You know what I
man,
mean?
Yeah, it's fucking punk, man. Do what the fuck you want. Do what the fuck you feel, dude. Like,
Right. No, that's great too, because when I get home, I'm gonna
shit, sorry.
when I get home, I'm gonna go through my vinyl and I might listen to Roy Orbison or Dion. I don't know what I listen.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Dion, man.
Yeah, that's the shit right there, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Some old school right there. So you guys are on tour right now, and why don't you tell everybody where have you guys played? I know I've started noticing some of the places. You guys played the Bancroft, I think, and you guys played
just last
Knuckleheads.
night.
You played the Bancroft last night.
Yeah.
All right. So how did that show go? And who'd you guys play with?
Oh,
Oh, it was beautiful.
Great.
We played with Les Saboteur
Les
and
Saboteur.
Delma and
Roadside
Roadside Coyotes.
Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're fucking like on point last night.
Yeah, they definitely brought their shit, which
Yeah.
is always a good thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate when we go to shows and then the other band is like half stepping, not even like putting their all into it. But the bands last night at the Bancroft, yeah, they brought their shit.
Yeah, that was a real show, man.
Yeah.
Salvatore is like real, like it's just, coming onto your face music with really cool groove and melody and all of that.
Definitely.
Really cool to listen to. Like, kind of gets you going. You just want to be there checking it
Try
out.
to get it closer up to the mic.
Oh yeah, sure.
There you go. That's better. Get as close as you can to it.
Cool. All right, let's see.
There you go.
It's better. Yeah, I hear
Get
myself.
with it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so Les Saboteur, that was a pretty cool band. It's one of those that's rolling and rolling through the songs, but they all have like this really cool melody to it, really cool pace and groove, and it was just like really, really cool to listen to. Just building it up perfectly, and then coming up, man, Delma, that was like more like straight, like kind of like hardcore influence punk, but it was
Power.
yeah, power for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good way to describe it. They were just powering through the songs. It was fucking cool.
All right.
Roadside
Yeah.
Coyotes just grooving to close out the night.
Yeah.
they're
Roadside
not punk,
Coyotes.
they're groovy as hell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
definitely some funky motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
then see that's now I have another band to go hit up to see about getting them here on the Black Lung Show. And
Yeah.
you guys played Knuckleheads at San Clemente, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that? Because I'll tell you a little story too about that in a minute.
All right.
Because I'm just curious because I've played there twice in the last 2 years, and the last one didn't go real well for us. But how did it go for you guys?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't a bad show. I mean,
Oh, it was a Thursday. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Thursday and only
Yeah.
2 bands too.
It was a decent night overall.
yeah, yeah.
Tourette
Okay.
syndrome. Yeah, we checked out Tourette syndrome and they were pretty cool. I think.
Turnettes.
Turnettes. Yeah,
Tourette
Turnettes. That's
syndrome.
right. Tourette syndrome. Yeah, and they were pretty cool. And we were talking about DLR with them too. I think their drummer was related to some of that, so it was pretty cool to see that kind of connection go on too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the show.
Yeah. Had fun.
I had a great time.
No, the bar's nice. I'm only asking because the last time we played there, they actually kicked us off stage for being too loud.
What?
Yeah, I
Oh,
swear to God.
shit. What?
That's interesting.
Well, it was weird because they across the street from the place is like a wedding hall or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I remember.
So a bunch of people from the wedding party came over and we're not expecting loud rock and roll, and so they couldn't order drinks at the bar because we were too loud. And so the guy actually came up to me and was like, "Hey, can you guys turn down?" And I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck venue. I'm sorry. Fuck venues that ask you to turn down your music.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking show, man.
Exactly.
We're not coming to play fucking
Yeah.
soft and
If you have live music, you know what you're up for. You know, you have to
Yeah.
be prepared for that.
especially if it's, sorry.
No,
for-
go ahead.
man.
No.
Especially if it's supposed to be a fucking punk rock show.
Yeah.
Man, how the fuck are you gonna
No, that's
ask a
It's a,
what?
it's really
I know,
cool.
right?
Can't
I
even
was
continue the sentence.
I was shocked too when it happened. Not many times that happened to me before. Maybe a couple, but anyway, it's a nice venue. I'm not talking shit about the place, but
Right.
that's just something you don't do to bands when they're playing. All right, so
Yeah.
we got Knucklehead in San Clemente. We got the Bancroft, right? And was that what?
No.
You had one more too, right?
Yeah, Petey's place in Tarzana.
That was the very first night on Wednesday.
I've never heard of that place. What's that place like?
It's kind of a lot of wood, like wooden panels and like kind of like a low ceiling sort of like atmosphere. But the sound was really good. They
Yeah.
had pretty updated sound, and the guy was pretty on it too, like the sound man.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who'd you guys play with there?
Who was it?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
just
dude,
we'll come back to
man.
it because it's gonna come to
That's
us.
all right.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
You can pull up your phone and look at the flyer or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. See, I got you, man. This is the
Yeah.
Black Lung Show.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play a couple. We're gonna play a couple more songs off the first album, and then we'll get into some more questions with the guys, and we'll play some more newer music. This self-released album was done in 2015, so 4 years ago already. So let's see, Hef. We're gonna do the CD player again. Oops. All right. You're listening to the Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio. Here's Teasing the Dinosaurs again.
Plastic cheese over iron toast. Through the yoga pit while my head explodes. I don't see the grass becomes the all it's getting. The tap gets dripping in the mail cloth round. All I've got is just plastic cheese. Plastic cheese. All I've got is just just plastic cheese. Plastic cheese. Plastic cheese over iron stove. Through the yolk of it, while my head explodes. I don't seem to grasp the concept of what's living. The dump gets struggling in their mouth blood drown. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese. All I've got is just plastic cheese, plastic cheese.
All right, we're back on the Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio. Once again, that was Jesus and the Dinosaurs. This time the song was in English. That's for everybody there. That was a gift. That was a song called Plastic Cheese. Anything specific about that song you want to tell people? Have any special any special meaning or anything, or just
Sort of. I mean, I remember dire times, little money, and being at the supermarket and seeing this packet of cheese, like 36 slices, and then in the back said, "This is not cheese. It is a cheese derivative product or something like that." But it was not cheese. It was made out of some other thing, like vegetable oil and something like that. Basically, like congealed margarine sort of thing. And it was 36 slices of American cheese for like $1.50 or something like that, right?
Ooh, no.
Yeah, and then I didn't buy that, but I looked at it, and then I was like, man, that's kind of like, I don't know, it just made me think, and then just kind of started like flowing. And then the same day, I read an article that said that John Lennon called Kraft American cheese plastic cheese, and like when that, those two things connected, and then I just started writing the lyrics for the song.
okay?
Yeah.
That's a good story. I'm with that. All right, so everybody tuning in again, my guests in studio are Jesus and the Dinosaurs. They are on tour from Northern California, enjoying the nice warm weather here in Southern California. You guys got to get the fuck out of here before it gets hot, man, because this shit gets ridiculous down here. I don't know about up there, man, but down here, 110, it's not a joke.
Hell no.
How was the drive down here, by the way? I'm always curious about that. Would you guys freak out when you started getting into some Southern California traffic?
No, we didn't really hit traffic coming down here.
Oh, all right. I mean, just driving from city to city, like during the weekday.
Yeah, city to city, there was more
Pretty
traffic
fucking
than
gnarly
normal.
down here, isn't it? Is this your
Yeah.
guys' first tour down here to Southern California?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right on.
And it's definitely gnarly. The traffic was definitely fucking gnarly. But,
I mean, you just gotta get through it, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
just listen to music and
Bullshit around the whole time.
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to mention the band we played with Wednesday at PD's place was
You got it now?
CC Potato.
Yeah, that's
CC
right.
Potato.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're pretty dope too.
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
CC Potato.
CC
I'll have
Potato.
to,
Yeah,
I'll
you
have
should
to,
check 'em out.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
The band that we played with at we also played at Cafe Nella in
Friday.
East Los on Friday, and with a band called La Tuya.
Mhm.
Great
band as
fucking
well.
shit.
Yeah, that was
Like
very sweet.
man, once again another band that brought their shit, so it made me
Okay.
feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, they were just out there. I mean, their bass player was wild, like his style. See bass
Eccentric.
players like that often.
Yeah.
Eccentric.
Yeah,
You
eccentric.
put it
yeah.
in one word.
He hella reminded me of Flea.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. it was
Like
a lot
his
like
style, his
Yeah.
personality, like
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
backup vocals too a lot.
Yeah,
Like, going on,
yeah, dude.
yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to La Tuya, man.
Yeah.
Y'all
Shout out
listen-
to all the bands.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Shit,
man.
Well, it sounds like you guys play with a lot of Hispanic bands down, coming down on tour. Was that intentional or did it just happen?
I don't know.
know.
I think it just happened, maybe.
Is it intentional? Mike's saying he
Oh,
made it happen.
okay. Mike
Why are you sitting on the
Santana.
couch anyway? Why don't you come up here and do the interview with us?
Yeah, man, you're a part of us too,
Yeah, let's do
dude.
it, man.
just help manage the band. That's all.
That's important.
That's all. That's kind of a lot, man.
He said that's it.
Crosswise.
I just make things happen. No big deal.
I just knew this is our first time down here, and Spanish-speaking band, so we wanted to be with some other Spanish-speaking bands, and the La Escalera group from San Diego.
I was going to mention that. I finally I noticed them, and I know they're doing a lot of shows down in TJ and down in San Diego.
Yeah, and we hooked up with Jorge from DFMK, fucking great guy. Really helped us out a lot with booking down here. So shout
Okay.
out to him. And Sean and Patrick Hills in Sacramento, they're ambassadors of Young that are La Escalera.
Mm-hmm.
And so they really helped us out with recommending bands when we came down here from like Delma and Les Salvatore. They're both La Escalera. So
All right.
great bands.
Oh, yeah, I thought so. I mean, like I said, I live here, and I don't get to play with that many, Hispanic bands. So I knew that there was something going on there. What are you, Mike? Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody that's listening to?
My name's Mike Santana. A lot of people just call me Santana. I used to be in bands in Sacramento. I booked these guys for a couple shows, and I fell in love the first time I heard them, saw them, and kind of just made me want to stop playing music. so I did, and I decided to see if I could give them a hand. I'm a little bit older and have a little bit more connections and kind of been in it a little bit longer. And they're from Fairfield, where it's a town where there's no shows to get.
Yeah.
So
all.
being from Sacramento, I started getting them connections. They asked if I could help them out managing. I just really wanted them to focus on the music and not really worry about anything else. Because being in the band's a lot of work. I don't know if a lot of people notice, but
Hell yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But between the booking and keeping everything together, there's always got to be one person who is kind of like the gel, who's making the practices happen and making sure everybody's there. And, and it's a lot, especially if you're working on top of it or going to school. And these guys are young guys, and I didn't want them to have to feel that pressure. I wanted them just to make music and not worry about anything else. And so we've been together for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's been a really cool ride and a really steady trajectory up since we've gotten together. It's been all gravy, man. Things have been going really well, especially since the first of the year. And, I really believe in these guys. So that's why I'm here.
Well, fucking God
on.
bless this
Cheers to
motherfucker.
that, man.
Give it up. We need a fucking big hand for this guy right here.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. And in fact, it's funny because I was doing this the other day. I was talking to some people as I'm booking guests for the show, right? Mostly it's usually bands. Sometimes it's my friends in film, and we'll get a director in here every once in a while. I like horror movies, so we'll do some horror movies trivia and stuff, and getting a director in here. But I was actually talking to a couple booking agents, a couple club owners, and stuff like that, because you're absolutely right, man. I mean, dude, you guys are fucking lucky. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been doing this a long fucking time, and it is hard as hell. Usually there's always one guy in the band that's the manager and the booking agent and has to do all that. But you guys got Mike to help you out, dude. And dude, if there was more cool people like you, a lot more bands might not have to break up and actually get some shit done. So speaking of which, right? Look, I got a confession to make for everybody, right? So I've been playing for a long, long time, and it's rough, man. I always joke that it's like you guys are a 3-piece, which is nice. I play in a 5-piece, so that's even worse because it's like being married to 4 other motherfuckers, right?
For sure.
Yeah, and then trying to get on stage and do that. But anyway, the reason I'm mentioning this stuff is because I don't know how many bands I played, maybe 7 or 8 over the last 25 years, right? And we put out our own CDs like you guys did, same exact thing, book our own shows and do all that stuff. And I never got signed to a label, and I never had vinyl out. But recently, because of all the stuff that we've been playing and networking, it's always a really, really the most important thing in this industry, especially for you younger cats. If you guys are listening, or even some of you guys that have been playing in bands that still don't know what you're doing, Uncle Ryan's got some advice for you. Okay, it's making connections with bands,
Absolutely.
making connections with good people, and I'm going to talk about that with the Die Laughing thing. I'll tell you guys how that all happened, which is it's fucking rad. But over the years, I made friends, right? And so one of my favorite bands that I got to open up for that I was super stoked was a band called Electric Frankenstein. Okay, so Sal from Electric Frankenstein in the '90s put out a compilation album. In fact, let me get this off the turntable because I'll spin this motherfucker in a minute. Sal from Electric Frankenstein put out a compilation in the '90s called "A Fistful of Rock and Roll." But a series, right, of compilations from all these great bands from all over the world. And recently, he decided that he was going to do that all over again and put out. Shit, I'm dropping things. He was going to put out. It's a new series. Same thing. It's called "A Fistful More of Rock and Roll." Damn, I got to put that away. And I brought the CD in a couple weeks ago, but the vinyl just came out. I just got it a couple of days old. So for everybody, check this out. The vinyl is finally here. This is my first time being on vinyl ever. And I fucking thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, right the fuck on, bro.
So this one is the limited edition. It's a double album. So it's colored vinyl. Another just even more stoked.
So sick, man. Yeah.
And the bands that were on this comp, we're just stoked with. I mean, the first one is the Adolescents, and then our good friends from San Diego, the Fok Wolves, Electric Frankenstein's on here, obviously, the Backyard Babies, the Hip Priests, the Motherfuckers, which was one of the best band names I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, this is finally out. It's on Savage Magic Records, so you guys can go to Savage Magic Records and order yourself the vinyl. It's on CD too. They're cheap. The double album, I think you had a special. I'm pretty sure you had a special order, the colored vinyl, so that's not out unless you special order it. I don't know if they're going to be having them available or not, but the black vinyl should be out now. So for the first time ever, I get to spin a vinyl on my own show that my band's on. I'm not going to play my own song. I might play that for you later.
I would say, why not? Go ahead. Play it.
Well, I'm a terrible DJ, man. What's going on with this? Maybe we'll play this. There we go.
Sure.
But let's hear some fucking Adolescents.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, always.
You're listening to the Black Lung Show on Chaotic Radio. Maybe not. Nope. All right. Well, that sucks. Hef, what's going on here?
I think it's the cable from the DVD to the thing.
God damn it.
Do you
That's
want
my
me to-
favorite. That's my favorite thing to
Do you
do.
want me to pick up? It won't be live. I can throw it on YouTube real quickly. Yeah, since
What's that?
maybe I'll throw a song on YouTube real quickly so at least play it.
All right. Do you have my band on there?
I think so.
Great. You feel the love in the studio? Fucking heck, come on, Hef, man.
I'm not the boss, man.
Something ferocious, brother, on Spotify, iTunes. Anyway, it's not on YouTube though. We don't got a video for it. Do you guys have any music videos, by the way? Anything? Are you guys?
Our next step.
working on it.
That is our
Next step.
Actually, a lot of this tour footage, and we've been taking a lot of videos. So look for a video coming out
Cool.
with this tour on it. Pretty much this tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You guys have so plug right now any of your social media stuff. You guys Facebook. I mean, is Facebook for old people? By the way, just out of curiosity, because all my kids got Instagram and I don't even know how to work that thing.
We're on Instagram too, so luckily we're with the kids. But
All
yeah,
right.
we're with the old people too on Facebook.
Cool.
Check us out on Facebook, Jesus and the Dinosaurs. Instagram, Jesus and the Dinosaurs. We're really easy to find.
Okay. It's an easy name too. Jesus and the Dinosaurs.
Really easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Twitter? You guys on that? You
Not on
guys-
Twitter yet.
No?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
an
yeah,
account I kind of have like it's more like sharing stuff that's coming from Facebook and Instagram, but it's twitter.com/Jesus y los Dinos.
Jesus y los Dinos.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you guys too. So check this out real quick as we're working on this. Hef, you looking that up right now for me? Some other crazy news, right? So before I play you something from my own band, I was looking on Twitter the other day because my guitar player takes care of the Twitter stuff. I'm not good at that. I mean, like I said, I'm old school, brother. I can barely set up the fucking PlayStation for my kids. But I was looking at Twitter the other day, and there was a review of our band, and it was in Spanish. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What a trip. And my guitar player, he's like, I don't even know what it says, Ryan. I'm like, it's good, dude. Don't worry about it. And anyway, I'll find the link for you guys, and it's from a like a radio show too, I think, something like that. But they actually looked up the album and reviewed it in Spanish. So that would be something I I'll give you guys a link, and that way you guys can send your music too.
Yeah.
You find-
cool.
Yep, gotcha. So you want Reckless, Bad Soul?
All right, let's play Reckless. This is a song that's actually on the Fistful More of Rock and Roll on Savage Magic Records. This is my band. The band's called Something Ferocious, and this is a song called Reckless. You're listening to the Black Lung Show with Ryan Pena and Jesus and the Dinosaurs. And Mike. Mike's here too.
That's right.
Right on, Mike. All right, here's Something Ferocious. Grrr.
Reckless, I feel one, got all my friends who love me fun. Reckless, I feel one, steering the barrel of a loaded gun. Reckless, reckless, reckless. I've got no regrets, I learn to forget. I've got rock and roll amnesia. I'm a fan of bad decisions. Don't need no rhyme or reason. Reckless, I be no one. All my friends who are having fun. Reckless, I be no one. Steering the barrel of a loaded gun. Reckless, 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 reckless. Reckless, I be no one. Got all my friends who are having fun. Reckless, I be no one. Steering the barrel of a loaded gun. Reckless, 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 reckless.
All right. Thanks, Hef. You got it. So that was my band, guys. That's
Tight,
what
man.
Rip,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Thank
dude.
you. Thank you. So
Voice
I'm
for sure.
Thank you. I'm stoked. So that's the first. That song's on this compilation, A Fistful More of Rock and Roll, Volume 1, which is on Savage Magic Records. You guys can go in online and order that. I love the artwork. There's also 13 more volumes coming out. So check it out, and then I'll give you guys some contact info if you guys want to send some music his way. A lot of these bands. What's cool about this? I'll pass it on to you if you guys want to look. The bands are from all over the world, man. Sweden, all over the place, and Sal from Frankenstein, handpicked that stuff himself. Fucking bummed about this record player. Hef, it wasn't even doing that when we first started the show.
No, that was like really bad because it was a light thing. Something. Shh.
I don't know what happened.
You gonna try it again or just?
Yeah, we're gonna try it again in a minute. We'll get back to the interview right now. We'll ask some more questions. We got a little bit of time, because I don't want to forget stuff because I always do. We're talking about the tour. Let me get my ADD brain back here on the subject. So you guys are on tour right now, and this is the last night of the tour. So we got to plug tonight's show because you guys are playing at one of the most famous punk rock dive bars. I guess you can call it dive bar. The world famous Doll Hut tonight in Anaheim. You guys know anything about the Doll Hut? You guys ever been down there?
I haven't been there.
Nah.
You guys will have a good time. It's a good venue. Back in the day, Social Distortion used to play there all the time before they blew up.
Shit, dude.
It was owned by a lady named Linda for a long time, and they used to. You know what I'm talking about, Mike, right? All right, Mike knows. He's the one that booked the shit, right? So the Doll Hut, I think they've got 2 stages now too. They've got an outdoor stage as well. They've got a recording studio as well. Friends of mine from the Hajj are running that.
Great band.
Yeah. You know that the Hodge is a really good band. I need to get them in studio. Just saw them not too recently. They're actually on tour right now. I don't know if they got back with the Radolescents. That's the original members. All original members of the Adolescents. Somewhat. It's not all of them, but
Spin-off band.
sort of. It's Rick Agnew. I think Frank Agnew's in the band. Casey Royer is. I think he's playing drums. Anyway, I know the Hodge and the Radolescents were on tour. But anyway, going back to you guys and your tour, you guys are playing tonight. That's why we're doing an early show, because these guys got to get out of here. We might not do a whole nother hour. This way we want to make sure that they don't hit any fucking crazy-ass Southern California traffic. If there's an accident, you guys are fucked. So we'll let you guys out here a little bit early. You guys are always welcome if you guys come back on tour. My house is your house.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Everybody
tight,
comes in.
man. Fuck yeah.
So Who are you guys playing with them? Should I ask Mike? Yeah, I think I'll ask Mike.
Yeah, ask Mike, man.
Mike, give us a lowdown on tonight's show at the Doll Hut in Anaheim.
Tonight's show is actually a matinee. It's 4 to 7, and we're playing with two other really great bands. Yawn is starting it off. We're playing in the middle, and to end things is Sister Montos, a really great band that we played with in Sacramento.
Cool.
And, we're excited to play with down here.
What's really great about that too, I don't know. You guys tell me about the scene up in Northern California. I've never played up there yet. I'll say yet because we're about to head up there in a minute.
It's actually the punk rock scene is really cool in Sacramento right now.
Yeah.
My question, well, that's good to know, but my question was going to be all ages. Are there venues for that? Because there used to be a shit ton down here, and now there's not. So,
we have a venue.
And
luckily for us, it's the best venue. And it's kind of what we consider our home, the Cafe Colonial.
Okay.
Which actually recently closed down. We had a great owner running things there, a place called the Cafe Colonial and the Colony, both all ages venues right next door to each other. And it closed down. The community tried to keep it open for as long as we could. There was a lot of fundraisers and stuff. And then we got really lucky, and an owner of another popular bar, the Blue Lamp, which is the 21 and over bar in Sacramento, bought it and reopened it. And the scene is super thankful for it. Yeah. And the first show, the reopening, was actually last Thursday night, and we're playing there May 3rd for our tape release show, and we're really excited about it. It's kind of coming home after our tour, and it is. If anyone's going to Sacramento and they're looking for an all ages place, the Cafe Colonial is one of the best spots you'll ever play.
It's good to know.
Yeah, man.
Really good to know.
It's a cool spot, and they just reopened, and when they were closed down, it was very noticeable that there was a need for a venue like it. You know, like the loss was very noticeable. People were just like wondering, like, you know, we need to come up with something that has something like this. It's all ages in the place. You know, they serve food and they serve beer, so it all kind of brings everyone together. Really cool spot, good sound and everything. They I think refurbished the sound or something, so it's gonna be even better. It's a really cool spot, so definitely one of those to check out. I would say when you guys are up there.
Cool. All right. Yeah, for sure. I definitely will. Again, I'll be in contact with Die Laughing Records, so that's where I want to get to. The next part of this interview is the record label. So when you guys came in, you guys were asking me, you know, how long I've known them. Couple of weeks, couple of weeks, to be honest with you. So here's what's rad about the punk rock community. It's really, really small, and it's amazing that it's kind of like that game 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. Yeah. I might be saying some old shit, right? I think we all know. You know what I mean? Somehow everybody knows somebody, you know, at one point or another from touring or playing shows and stuff. So I was doing this show, and my buddy Dutchy, English guy, great fucking DJ. He's got his own show here on Chaotic Radio. You guys should check it out and listen to it. He does I do the interview stuff. He does a really good like DJ and playing music and giving you history on stuff. Cool. You know, I just fuck around. But he was telling me, he's like, hey, Ryan, I've been working with Die Laughing Records. They've been sending me their music. And things are changing here, by the way. Again, here's that ADD part. During the day when you're not listening to either Dutch's show or my show, or my friend Greg, I got to always mention Greg Dixon's show on Hey, Hef, what days he's always switching days.
It's like Friday at 1 o'clock, then replay it Saturday at 10 a.m.
Okay, Fridays at 1 o'clock, and that's Pacific Standard Time here. Greg Dixon does a music show as well and interviews some cool cats too. I just saw a picture of him, and I think he's recording with some of the guys from Pennywise.
Oh shit.
But anyway, so Dutch used to, was playing a bunch of Die Laughing Records bands and stuff, and then he just reaches out to me one day, and he's like, "Hey Ryan, you need to have the Hellflowers on your show." And I was like, you know what? I was just about to reach out to them, and it ended up being my friend Billy Bones from the Skulls and the Soul and Bones was putting on a show, and I was promoting the show on this show, on the Black Lung show, and he had asked us if we wanted to play the show too. So it was the Hellflowers and a band, I can't remember who the headliner was now, band from Oakland, I think. And I listened to the show, or I listened to the bands, and they were like power pop. And I was like, you know what, dude, my friends at Glimmer Stars would be better for the show. So I booked them on, and then we got the Hellflowers, and we all just started talking. And then I went. I was up. I happened to be in work at at a work conference in Sacramento. Met Jillian. She gave me all this free swag, which I love. Free shit. It's right in my price range. And bands I used to listen to, Union 13, Fang, the Screaming Bloody Marys. Sorry, and some more vinyl. And then I started talking to Dave, and realized I was like, oh, man, you used to play in Cell Block 5. I'm like, shit, I remember you guys. And so it's always that fun story.
Comes
Like,
around.
I've seen you guys. I played with you guys, all this kind of stuff. So I was saying earlier too, right, that, I'm on a compilation vinyl, but I've never been signed to a label per se. I always just did it all DIY with the bands that I was in. And that's also because some of the guys I played with, by the time you start putting out a record or something like that, then the band breaks up, all that kind of stuff. So you guys, how did you guys get hooked up with Die Laughing? That's how I got hooked up with Die Laughing, just through mutual friends. How did it come about that you guys got hooked up and when can?
It was a show, right?
Yeah, we just kind of got contacted. Jillian was looking out. I guess had seen us a couple times.
Yeah.
And
She approached me at Old Ironsides.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Probably in 2018, sometime just right before 2019.
Yeah.
And then we played a show in Sacramento right the first year, like January 4th.
Yeah,
I think.
January 4th. That's Shine. Yeah.
Jillian came out, checked us out. I think she took some video for Dave, sent him some pictures. We played some more shows. I think when we went to Stockton and we played a show with the Screaming Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
And we fucking ripped that night, no doubt.
Yeah.
We had the priest collars on and everything.
Man.
Nice.
It was a good show. And, Dave just took me outside and he wanted to know if we were interested. And, honestly, we're so stoked to be recognized and just to have someone think that we're worthy of that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
To have that kind of backing. These guys are still relatively babies in the scene. And I know a lot of people do it for years and years and years just to get a sniff of something like that.
Yeah.
And they've been really, really fucking great so far. Shout out to DLR.
Shout out to DLR,
Fuck on.
Helping us out with this show, helping us out at the Doll Hut, helping us out, getting our music everywhere on every digital platform you can think of. We're out there now. We got a lot of stuff brewing with them, some releases coming up. So look for us in the fall or the late summer to have our first DLR release. And we're super grateful, and we hope that we can make them proud.
Yeah.
Right on. So let me ask you guys, how excited were you guys when Mike told you guys that DLR was interested in working with you guys?
Yeah, like I don't know if I was as much excited as I was like in disbelief. I was like, "What? Fucking record label like looking at us and shit." And but overall, like I was definitely stoked because like Mike said, it feels good to be recognized and it's just humbling, man. Like truly.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked too. I mean, it's like I said on the interview we did before. It's I think the recognition of the work that you're putting out there. I think more than anything, I mean, you're putting yourself out, doing all these shows and doing all these different things, like getting out there, trying to reach out to people, and eventually you start seeing that there's some kind of traction being gained with that. And I think like getting on with a label, being noticed by a label people and all of that, and them wanting to work with you too, approaching you because they want to help you out and expand your reach. I mean, it's a really good feeling. It means that you're doing something right. So of course you keep doing that and try to like build on top of that.
It's a strange thing because I rarely see bands get signed anymore. Rarely.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a common occurrence. It was a lot different in the 80s and stuff, but now you guys are one of the few. Plus, the other thing too now is that everything's changed now with everything going digital. You know what I mean? You can do everything yourselves too, but to actually have a label to help with the promotion and all that stuff, that's that's really cool. And to actually get a really cool label. I was joking. Michael probably knows about this too. Like when I was younger, right? I used to love picking up albums from the record label because I knew the record label put out good records, right?
Yeah.
Mystic Records, Doctor Strange, Doctor Dream, Epitaph, Hellcat, SST, BYO Records. And so it's nice to see that there's still a really cool record label, Die Laughing Records, putting out really good bands. I mean, you guys are going to start playing. I'm assuming. Have you guys started playing with any of the bands besides the Scream Bloody Marys from the label
I
yet?
think we've had the chance yet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so you guys are
Hopefully
hopefully you guys.
We have a show June 13th in Sacramento. It's pretty much a DLR show. So
And,
I
that,
think
and,
that's our
and
first
who's
one.
on that one? Is it the Scream Bloody Marys? What about Fang? You guys going to be
No, I
doing
don't
a show?
think we have the thing yet. Let me see if I can.
We did a show with the Vibrators though a couple of years ago, but it was in it was when we were not signed yet with DLR.
Okay.
It was, I think like 2016 maybe at the Blue Lamp as well.
Yeah, it's with
Sacramento.
the Lady Killers and Screaming Bloody Mary. So it's going to be an all DLR show, I believe, with the three of us.
Right on,
yeah, sick.
right on. You were saying you played with the Vibrators a couple of years ago.
Yeah. It
How
was-
stoked were you guys on that show?
It was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of fun, man. It was cool seeing people that have been doing it for that long and that you've heard their songs and everything. You know, hearing "Baby, Baby" and all of that. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Cool to check out. Yeah, you
That's
were
funny.
there on stage with them too. You know, so it's cool.
Was that the tour where it was supposed to be their 40th anniversary, their final tour ever?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I did that fucking show too. Lying motherfuckers.
Every year it's their last tour.
It is, right? It's funny. Again, see how that all comes back when I did the show and I finally met Electric Frankenstein. That was their last U.S. tour, right?
yeah.
No, it's not. And Sal was telling me, he's like, we just do that so people show up at the show
Yeah.
because
yeah.
that 2016 show, we played with them at Gallagher's, and they're like, yeah, this is our final tour. And I went on Facebook today, and I'm like, they're coming back on tour again,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
playing the same fucking place. Anyway, that's funny. So, all right, that's a good coming off point to the next question. What bands have you? What was your favorite show to play so far? Because you guys really are a relatively young band.
Yeah.
Do you, look, embrace that. Don't think that's an insult, man. It's
Nah.
No, not at
It's
all.
fucking-
On the contrary.
it's
man.
it's rad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, your knees start hurt when you pass 40. Dude, I'm telling you, and your back and shit. What's been the most fun shows that you guys? I mean, whether that be obviously Vibrators is a big old school punk rock legendary band. What other bands have you guys played with that you guys were stoked on, or just a venue? What would have been some of your favorite shows?
Ooh, the Maltese and Chico comes to mind for sure.
Yeah, the Maltese. and
Just we
Chico.
played there like twice, but both times were like fucking great shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
Um,
shows, great great crowd.
Great crowd.
Great
Yeah.
crowd. The crowd is really into it in Chico.
Los New Huevos, they were pretty cool when we went
Yeah.
last year. Not this year, but the year before. Los New Huevos was a really cool band. They're not active anymore, but
Yeah, unfortunately.
pretty cool band. Yeah, it was
Bad
a great
Mana.
time.
Bad
Bad
Mana
Mana,
was great.
yeah, Bad
Yeah.
Mana, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool guys too. Yeah, so Chico definitely one of those places that when we go up there, we're really stoked to play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are there with the purpose of checking out music and dancing.
Yeah.
People that already want to move and do all of that, so you're just kind of like feeding off of that too. It's really cool.
All right.
Yeah, and I think Press Club too when we
Press
played with Las
Club.
Pulgas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shows that we've done with
Las
them.
Pulgas,
Yeah.
another great sack band.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Hispanic bands that I've never heard of. I'm gonna have to hit you guys up later.
Yeah,
We're
Las
gonna-
Pulgas.
we're gonna
some surf punk. I just wanted to
yeah.
let everybody know listening. Check them out, Las Pulgas.
Yeah.
Really good surf punk
Yeah,
from
lots of
Sac.
lyrics in Spanish and
Yeah.
English.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, right there you go. You guys are doing this for me. It's called segue into the next question. Every single week, as long as I can remember to ask the question, I like asking the bands a segment called Show Some Love. So right now, everyone knows, watching on YouTube and on Facebook Live, that my guests in studio are Jesus and the Dinosaurs. We're promoting their band. Check them out. Go see them tonight live at the Doll Hut. Is it free to get in tonight?
Tonight it is $6.
$6. That's still cheap as shit.
Yeah.
Fugazi prices. Get there.
There you go. All ages too. So that way, all you kids that are crying, there's no venues anymore. Well, you can go tonight and go see these guys.
Right.
Have a good time.
And get home before bed. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So
y'all got school tomorrow.
all right. So to show some love, we'll start on my right with Brian. What are some bands you think that the listening audience, myself, Hef, anybody listening should check out besides the ones that you guys have already mentioned? Is there anybody like your homies bands or bands that you played with and were just like, wow, these guys are bad as shit,
Yeah, there's a few right now that I can think of. Cheap Horse from Santa Cruz. That's a really cool band. It's a little bit more of kind of like synth and melodic sort of stuff, but it's all like kind of like they do the like clips in their songs and things like that. So it's a very cool, like, I don't know, it's a variation of different sounds. I have not had the chance to see them live yet, but that's a really cool band that I can think of right now. Cheap Horse.
Okay.
From Santa Cruz.
Yeah. One band that comes to mind right now is Pervert from Chico. Man, what would you call their music? Like
They're kind of like punk rap.
yeah, psychedelic punk rap. And I know how that sounds. I know how that sounds.
Wait, what's the band called?
Pervert.
From Chico.
Hef, get on that for me, homie.
It's different.
Yeah, let's check.
Yeah,
It's different. It's good different.
It's good different. Yeah. Let's see, Pervert and Kimas. That's all for me right now. Gee, what's up?
Captain Cutie Pie.
Yeah,
Simone,
that's right.
yeah.
Great sack band. Just go to one of their shows and you'll be
Captain Cutie Pie.
you'll be
Yeah.
blown away.
The Me Gustas too.
The Me Gustas,
Yeah, the Me Gustas.
They're like
for sure.
spaghetti western. They're all instrumental. The Megustas. Check them out. They're really cool.
All right.
They're different too for a different sound, but we keep them in the punk category.
Yeah. Milk for the Angry from
For the Angry,
Frisco.
another good one, yeah.
Milk from the. You guys got some weird band names up there, dude.
Yeah, man.
There's some weird shit going on in Northern California. I'm gonna have to go up there and check that shit out.
Who else? Piss
Yeah.
Cat. Piss Cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Piss
Yeah.
Cat.
Piss
Piss
Cat.
Cat.
Flash Punk from Sacramento.
Yeah,
Piss Cat, our boys.
man.
This cat, yeah.
Dude.
I think you guys are just making up fucking bands now.
No.
Just looking around and just like,
Shout out to the Piss Kittens.
yeah.
There was one there used to be called Arbitrational Asshole.
Arbitrational asshole.
It's a trash punk band from Vacaville. Yeah.
You can usually tell a band is going to be punk by their name. If it's something really
Yeah.
obnoxious and stupid, and you're like,
Right.
that's
man.
probably a punk band. I mean, you can. I don't know. I've had that conversation a bunch of times with a bunch of bands. Hef, did you go ahead? Did you find that band from
Yep.
Chico?
I got outnumbered eventually with World Intro and Pervert self-titled.
And it says they're from Chico. That's the right band. It's
Yes,
just not.
Chico in San Francisco.
All right, I don't want you playing some weird YouTube stuff, and we're gonna hear some groaning and stuff, pervert, and hi, Poppy, and shit. You're gonna like, what the fuck did you find?
Pretty easily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
man.
That's a band, right?
Yep.
All right, so here you go. Look, we're gonna
wanna pick
show
one?
some.
Just
Yeah,
pick random?
just fucking
Yeah.
random roulette that shit. All right, you guys are listening to the Black Lung Show. Here's some pervert for you
Right on.
with our friends Jesus and the Dinosaurs.
It plays.
Hello.
There we go.
All right. Can you turn the volume on?
Oh.
Yeah, that would help.
My bad.
Let me know if I can even try to coincide with every single thing that I be seeing in my life. I just wanna know if happiness can come around. Am I in this four-corner room, stuck in an high, celebrating stagnation with bodies all around? Everything is heaven sent until it falls to the ground. I could take you on a trip and we can ride around. I can show you things you never seen up in your life. People like me get silence and shut. Outnumbered, I hate everyone. My body is cold, I don't give no love. Mental abortion, I hate everyone. a moment of bitter lament. Witnessing struggles I've come to ferment. In the pain of a flesh, no witness is content. I want to forget, Fractured, I'm a window that's shattered. Content with fire that's scattered. Coursing through me, poison I breathe. Ligaments bleed so much faster than seeds that we've all planted, sprouted from greed. Pretending to be okay with myself that I see. Stains on my shoulder from eyes that are melting. What is the point of existing? Bottles of you constantly. Leveling head with the reality. No matter the practice is prison body. It's permanently. Shaped by the pain that is sitting inside me.
All right.
That was a very nice dose of acid right there.
Yeah, that was weird as fuck.
It was, but
Yeah.
their live shows once again. Is
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah.
I could imagine so.
It's a fucking live show.
Yeah. Let's see how many fans I just lost right now. They're like,
Oh,
they're like,
no.
my kids will probably like that shit. I'll be honest with you. You guys got some weird shit going on up in Northern California, man. I'm gonna have to go up there and check it out, like I said. Anyway, all right. So I'm a little bummed out for everybody listening right now because one of my favorite things is this goddamn record player. Like I said, I'm old school, man. I love vinyl, and it's making a huge comeback. You guys got plans to do like at least a 7-inch or something coming out? Is that?
I think
what you-
DLR has plans with us to do a 7-inch.
Cool. I can't wait. Hopefully we can spin that. So, my hobby, besides playing and doing the radio show, is I collect vinyl. I always have since I was younger. And so one thing that I was thinking of that I could contribute, hopefully, if this record player is working, I don't know what happened. We'll try to spin this. If not, we'll do something else. We'll play some more Jesus than Dinosaurs, which we're gonna play for you guys in a minute anyway. So tying things in again together, right? So I was telling you guys, networking is the biggest thing you can do in this industry. And so for me, I was always joking with everybody that I've had on the show that once I started doing the radio show, I was like, fuck, I should have done this 20 years ago. Because all I do is I meet promoters now and I meet bands and I become friends with them. And so you're going to have to give me a second on this one. This is my own personal thing. Fuck pay to play. I fucking despise that.
Yeah.
And I try not to get, on Facebook fights with people about two things, politics and where they're playing their shows. You guys want to sell tickets, God bless you, but you're fucking it up for the rest of us. I think it's a fucking insult. Anyway, so what I do with my band is I have a good relationship with certain promoters, and I meet other bands, and we'll book shows together. I'll give you a show if you guys come down to Southern California again. If I could go up on tour, we'll hook each other up. All over across the street, right? That's
how it works.
Mike knows what I'm saying. Done that for tours across the United States and stuff. For other bands. So as I was talking to the Hellflowers, which are your bandmates now on Die Laughing Records, we hit it off, and we ended up having the same mutual friends. And so first announcing here on the Black Lung Show, first time ever, Something Ferocious, my band, and the Hellflowers are going to be sharing the stage for the Hellflowers CD release party, July 26th at the Redwood Bar in Los Angeles, along with, what was the other band? He's going to get mad. Sorry, Mike. I forgot who else was playing. I know the headliner because they're one of my favorite bands. Headlining the show is going to be Channel 3, punk rock icons, one of my favorite bands. I've had them here in the studio. I played with them. And I bought this because I got this at Record Store Day just the other day. This is the brand new Channel 3 record.
Right.
All right, on Hostage Records. I brought that in. I haven't even listened to it yet. Colored vinyl that I picked up at Doctor Strange Records. The next time you guys come down here, okay, go down to Doctor Strange Records. It's in Altaloma. It's only like 15 minutes from here at the most.
Oh man,
Not that
we're gonna have
far.
to make a stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you will spend some money.
Yeah.
He's got
Ready.
just
Damn
the
it.
greatest. It's my favorite record store ever. Sponsor of the show.
Right on.
Let's try to see if this works. God damn it!
Sounds like it's the ground cable.
What's that?
The ground cable on the
Yeah.
record player or something like that.
We'll have to work on that. Fucking A. Well, what are you gonna do? It's punk rock. The show keeps going.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some more Jesus and the Dinosaurs. At least the fucking CD player is working. All right, this is the latest one from 2017.
Then a new one coming up on
May-
Friday.
May 3rd, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys gotta look. You guys wanted to email me some tracks too. We
Absolutely.
can always
Yeah.
play it on the show
Yeah.
before you guys come back down. All right. So we'll work on the record player because I wanted to spin some fucking vinyl today. Anyway, here's Jesus and the Dinosaurs one more time. It sounds like shit again.
No, that's the record player.
What's this? All right, we're not doing that, Hef. Turn that shit off. All right, Hef, what are we going to do? Let's improvise
All
here.
right, let's do it
Yeah, I'll
acapella.
fix it after.
Okay.
What
right.
about some songs off of YouTube? We're on YouTube too. The songs are there, so they can be played off of that too.
There you go. Hef, why don't you do that? Why don't you look up YouTube for us right now? And I'll do something professional called stalling. All right, so let me ask you this. One of my favorite questions to ask bands, and Mike, you can play along in this game too.
Sure, man.
This is my own personal weird question that I ask all the bands that come on here. So let's pretend that I'm still a promoter. And by the way, for all you promoters, you guys don't get enough love, man. You guys have one of the fucking hardest booking agents and promoters. You always get shit on by all the bands. We fucking hate our time spot. You know, no one's fucking here. And the bands don't do their job and promote, right? And we want $300. You brought fucking 3 people, and one of them's your mom. Shut up, you know.
It's true.
So, all right, for this game, this is an imaginary. Let's pretend I'm a famous promoter, and I can book you guys. You all right?
Nope.
Cool. So I'm going to offer you a show like I'm a genie. How's that? I'm a genie that you rubbed out of a lamp. I happen to be a promoter genie. You guys, I will give you one show, and you guys get each one turn to tell me. I can book you with one band, alive or dead. What would be your dream gig ever?
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, Lemmy, Motorhead.
Ramones,
I mean,
I think I would like to
Ramones.
play with the Ramones.
For sure.
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with that answer.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix experience. Ooh, Funkadelic. Oh man.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be worried about playing this kind of music up there with them?
Not
Nope.
at all.
That's the attitude I like. You're like, fuck. You're like, fuck it.
Fucking grooving on a wave, man.
All right, we got-
I'm so into it.
Funkadelic and the Ramones. All right.
All
We'll make this all one big fucking festival show. How's that?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, there we go.
Sounds like
That's the first time I've said that. It's a festival show that I'm putting on. Half, how you doing up back there?
Which one you want to do? Green Door or
Let's
another
do
one?
Green Door, yeah.
All right, we're going to do Green Door in a minute. Give me a second. We'll wrap up this segment, and then I need you to come over here and look at this. Dude, what's going on? My mic keeps jumping up and down.
Oh, that's when I go PC audio. It's some loop. I don't know why.
All right.
It's chaotic radio, man.
I guess so.
Living up to the name.
For
Yeah.
real, man.
There it is. There it is.
I really want to spend some fucking vinyl. God damn, this sounds so weird. What?
Manifesting itself.
I know it's not you, buddy. I know it's not you. Anyway, all right. So, Mike, I think it was your turn.
Oh,
Who are you putting on the festival with you guys?
Oof, Bad Brains and Black Sabbath for sure.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, Bad Brains and Black Sabbath. Man, who else?
Buzzcocks.
I could go on and on.
Buzzcocks.
Buzzcocks.
Okay. Well, you didn't hear the question. It was one band. There's
Oh,
one. That's
okay,
all right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, I'll give you 2.
I'm
I'll give you
bad.
2.
I-
It's
Wait,
all
no,
right.
you just
I'm
changed
a-
it to festival though. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get each you each get one band to put on the festival.
Oh,
That's what I'm
gosh,
saying.
Yeah.
It's one band per member. That's what you get. That's what you get.
Sorry, man. I'm dead.
I'm kidding. There's no fucking rules to this. I'm not a promoter.
You're
You guys
right.
you can book as many bands. I will tell you this though. It's something cool. At Doctor Strange Records, my buddy Bill owns that and put out the Voodoo Glow Skulls. Put out a lot of great Channel 3. He put out Channel 3, the Generators. Really nice guy, dude. Got great prices on vinyl. Good stuff. You'll find Buzzcocks there. You guys really need to go down there. If you get a chance, maybe before you leave. And definitely, if not,
sure.
you guys got to come down there on the next tour. Call me up, and I'll even meet you guys down there and introduce you guys.
That'd
To.
be great.
Yeah,
He
man.
does. He does an in-store signing sometimes. I've seen the Addicts down there, special duties, and just recently he had HR from Bad Brains. I got to go down there and meet him.
No shit.
Yeah,
man.
really, really cool stuff. And HR was great. Anyway, that's my quick Bad Brain story. I just met him a couple weeks ago. Hef, you got some stuff pulled up, and then come over here and see if you can figure this shit out. All right, this is which track are we playing? Green Door. This is Jesus and the Dinosaurs. And my voice keeps sounding weirder and weirder as we switch in and out of audio. You're listening to the Black Lung Show on chaoticradio.us. All right. You're listening to the Black Lung Show on the very chaotic radio today. My apologies to everybody listening. I'm going to try to do this one more time. Hey, Hef, what else you got up on YouTube? You got a song called I Don't Know?
Yeah.
Is that on there?
Yeah, I can go grab this. Give me a second on Spotify.
All right.
Which album?
Música pelada.
Okay, got it.
All right. So this is the latest one from Música Pelada. This is I Don't Know. And in fact, I'm looking at the Facebook thing right now. This is a request from Jillian over at Die Laughing
Jillian.
Racing. Everyone say hi to Jillian. We love you, muchacha.
Right on.
Much love from Southern California, Chaotic Radio, Dutchie, myself, everybody here at the station. And this song's for you. So here we go. This is I Don't Know by Jesus and the Dinosaurs. Yeah, that was your cue, Hef.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all right, Hef. Here we go. Die Laughing Records artist, Jesus and the Dinosaurs. There you go. I don't know. By Jesus and the Dinosaurs. All right, I take it back. I think that's my new favorite song right there. I think that's my new favorite song. You tricky motherfuckers. Let me say this, man. If you've been listening to the show, and Julian, great fucking pick, by the way. God damn.
Thank you.
You listen to this. If you go back and listen to the show again, I want you to listen to the first track that we played from their first album, El Salvador Se Quema, right? And then you listen to this track. That doesn't even sound like the same band. That's not a bad thing. That's a fucking amazing thing. That's especially the vocals. God damn, right? You go singing in Spanish to that. I mean, you've got a street punk sound there, and then you've got more of like a 77 style. Like reminds me more like the Briefs, you know, with that style. And then you guys and your energy. I know it's a good thing we got cameras here because I wouldn't be able to explain this. You know, everyone's fucking just jamming out like. You guys are ready to play right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Always.
Always, man.
That's fucking rad. That's a great song, man. I'm excited to hear more stuff. Like I'm being honest, you know, like with a lot of the bands that I get submissions from, I don't like. I was saying earlier, I don't like writing questions. I don't like listening to it first. I like experiencing it right here in the show. That way, you get to see my real reaction, not just be like, "Yeah, I think you guys are fucking great." And you know, I've only had to lie to a couple bands. So you guys, I'm being dead serious, man. You guys got some shit going on. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Lung Show approved.
Right
for
on,
sure,
man.
for sure. You guys got to come check these guys out. If I wasn't old and had kids and had to work tomorrow, I'd be out at the show with you guys tonight. I promise. But I'll make you a promise. Either we'll play a show with you guys, I'll book you guys a show, or we'll do. So we're gonna be working with Die Laughing Records anyway. We're gonna be doing some shows, trading. There will be some times when we're going to get something going for you guys. I promise that.
I look forward to it, man.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
yeah.
I want you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Hopefully, this has broke up the monotony of the not doing some stuff between shows. I mean, what do you guys do? You guys get itchy between shows? What you know when you're on tour?
I make sure they sleep and eat.
Yeah.
And stay hydrated. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's a good. No, that's a good thing.
It was kind of weird. We didn't have like a lot of downtime. We did, but it was like it went by so fast.
Yeah, between the
Yeah.
traveling between points and all of that, like it all kind of like just blends in together. It's kind of cycles like that.
Where have you guys eaten down here? Anywhere cool?
A lot of In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out?
And now, what was the taqueria that we went to last night?
Casa Vega.
Loretos.
The first night.
Loretos.
Casa Vegas, yeah, Casa Vegas. That was pretty
Vegas.
A lot
Oh,
of taco
yeah.
shops.
Shout out to Tio Jose too for
Yeah,
bringing us
yeah.
out to that spot. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Hef, one more time with this record player because I'm not giving up, dude. I never give up.
All right, I'm there with you.
Let's see it. No, fuck, goddamn you. Son of a bitch.
Ryan, I'm gonna stick around after the show so I can troubleshoot it for you.
I appreciate that, Hef. And thanks, you know, I didn't talk too much shit to you today, did I, Hef?
That's all right. Normal time.
All right. We're going to be wrapping up the show here a little bit because I can't play any more records. Yeah, I'll do something else for you guys. So anyway, let's pretend like I played some fucking records. God damn it. So this is the brand new Channel 3 album, The Bellwether on Hostage Records. They will be playing with DLR's very own The Hellflowers, yours truly with something ferocious. The Glam, was it the Glam Skanks? God damn it, I can't remember.
That sounds right. I believe I've heard of the Glam Skanks.
Glam Skank, that sounds, let me try to check it out.
Sounds pretty cool.
Glitter Trash. I was close.
There's a Glam Skanks out there.
Yeah, there is a Glam Skanks out there from LA. I was close. Glam Skanks, Glitter Trash. It's all. It sounds like it's all in the same vein. Hey, by the way, I was going to ask you that too when I was looking at your sticker from. Thanks, Ginger. By the way, if you're listening to the show, thanks for making the flyer for today's show with the Jesus and the Dinosaurs. That dinosaur you guys have has got an upside down cross earring. Anybody giving you any shit for that yet?
Just my grandma.
Just your.
I think they all get crap from their parents a little bit.
I would imagine so. So what did your abuelita say to you, right?
Oh man.
Was she mad or was she sad, right? Was she like, was it, ay, mijo?
Yeah.
Like concerned.
Like,
Dios
mijo,
mío.
I noticed that you have an upside down cross. What's that about? And I was, it's not like I had to lie to her. I just told her, to be honest, I don't know what's up with that, but but it's not like we're doing it because we're freaking praising Satan or whatever his name is. He has so many names. No, I was kidding.
It's more against the institution itself.
Yeah, no, that was illustrated by, I forget his name.
His name's
but
Dustin from Piss Cat.
Dustin, yeah, from Piss Cat, and so thank you, Dustin, because
Yeah, shout out to Dustin for the
yeah.
shirt. But we did give him the concept, like that was all part of the idea. Like we had like a sketch or something of like a dinosaur head that my brother had made. My brother also did the sticker design for both, actually, for both stickers.
Okay, let me hold these up for the camera so that way. I mean, see now this is a scary looking dinosaur right here. That's pretty evil. That would actually, I would even consider getting that tattoo. That's pretty fucking. That one's cool. I like this one right here. This one. Oh, this is just a pissed off alley dinosaur.
Yeah, very
It's still cool,
punk
though.
rock setting.
I like that. I like these stickers. Thanks for bringing these in too.
For sure.
All right. Oh, speaking of which, I got something to tell you guys too. This is something funny. Since we're doing, had I known you guys were all Hispanic, I would have planned this out a little bit better. Here's a little Hispanic stuff for you guys. We're talking about horror movies and stuff too, right? So I got a bunch of kids, and I took them out. I think last weekend to go see La Llorona. Right?
Okay,
Have you seen that?
Okay, no,
Don't fucking see it. Fucking.
That's what I keep
Yeah,
hearing,
I
man.
could.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
I had
But
the
anyway,
feeling, I had the feeling.
yeah, I mean, if it's on, watch it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, you know what I mean? Like, if it's on
Yeah,
cable,
yeah.
go ahead. But I wouldn't waste money going to the theater. But the
I'll
funny
wait till
part,
Netflix.
is that, so check this out, right? So this is the Hispanic part of La Llorona, not the movie, the fucking crowd. So we went,
okay.
we went
Yes,
Easter,
yes,
we
yes.
went Easter Sunday, right? So it's me and my wife and two of our kids were sitting in a row, and then two of our other kids were sitting in another row. And I'm watching it, and I'm looking around, and I was thinking the theater's gonna be empty because it's Easter, right? Nope, fucking packed house. Everyone's Hispanic, and this is the most Hispanic shit. And I was laughing my ass off. And I'll tell you when the lights came on. But I'm just listening. I'm sitting in the row, and I can just hear a little girl right behind me just going, "Hi, papi, tengo miedo," and she's
Yeah.
she's just saying, "I'm scared," right?
Right.
Turn back, she's 5 fucking years old, and she's got her on her her little church dress, and then the lights come on, and there's nothing but fucking little kids in the movie theater, and they're all kind of freaked out, and that just
Oh my god, it's so funny.
right.
Yeah.
You know what? Because that's the thing is that Hispanic people love fucking horror movies.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit how old their kids are, right?
Yeah, we were just talking
Yeah, we were
about
just
this.
talking about
Were you really?
Yeah.
Our parents would let us watch anything.
Yeah.
You know-
Life, you gotta deal with it.
And I tell people this because I've been asked this question a lot of times. Like, what was the first horror movie that you can remember seeing? I was 5 years old, and it was 1982, and I was seeing The Thing by John Carpenter at the fucking drive-thru.
Nice. Damn.
Right, with the head ripping out. I'm
Yeah.
5 fucking years old. And
Right.
this thing's
Dog,
a-
Yeah.
mutating.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how my parents treated me. Did your parents do the same thing? Is it the same thing all around the culture? Did you guys grow up watching horror movies, right?
I think with
Yeah.
the Hispanic culture, death isn't such a big deal.
Yeah,
They celebrate death,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think
we
it's
did-
more
I
sex.
know,
Like
I'm
I think our parents worried more about sex.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. As soon as the sex part happened, the TV was off. Or
Yep,
I,
yeah.
Or I had to close my eyes. Or yeah. Yeah, but then I always did this. I always did this.
All right, so let's wrap this back around. Again, another segue thing. So, talking about movies, and I was talking about how I collect records, right? Do you guys collect records, or you guys is that not your thing?
I just got into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I started to a while ago, but I haven't bought any new ones in a minute. But so yeah, I guess I do.
What you, Mike? You would be a
I
collector
got
of vinyl?
walls of vinyl, man.
Good,
Walls.
good. Well, next time you come down here, in either with them or yourself or with another band, I don't know what you're doing. If you want to come in and bring some vinyl, we'll spin
For
it
sure,
as long as
man.
I get this fucking thing working right.
Right on.
Because I buy vinyl like every single week. So here's a couple things for you guys. All right. So I was all stoked because for me, I'll even go to like the swap meets. Not only because I'm Mexican, but I'm looking for records. But there's also there's a used vinyl store that's really cool where I live, and they just get random records in there all the time, and they're not in any fucking order whatsoever. So I got to go through and sift through this shit constantly. And they, I never know what I'm gonna find. So I was gonna play this. I just picked up. Look, original fucking old school GBH.
Yeah.
Look at that. I just fucking got that, and I haven't even played it yet. I was gonna play it on today's show for you guys when the record player gets started. Anyway, and then you never know what kind of weird shit you're gonna find. I found a soundtrack to a movie I have never heard of in my life. It's a movie called Get Crazy. And if you look on the reason I picked it up, I mean, it's got fucking Lou Reed, it's got the Ramones,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
what
got
the hell?
it's got Fear. Fear is on the
yeah.
soundtrack from this too.
Coochie Coochie Man by Fear.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll have to check that.
Well, here's the funny part, right? So I pick up this record and I head over to band practice and I'm talking to the guys in my band and here everybody, this is the record, Get Crazy, the soundtrack for a movie called Get Crazy, 1983. So 1983, this weird ass movie came out and we're looking it up on our phones on YouTube and it's a weird sci-fi just B movie, weird ass fucking movie. And the cool part is that the entire movie is free on YouTube. So if you guys are looking for something to do while you guys are on tour right now,
Yes,
there,
yes.
another gift for you guys. You can watch some weird ass shit and tell me what you guys think the next time you guys come on. At least it's got a few good bands here on the soundtrack. I haven't finished watching the movie yet myself either. All right, so I can't spin any more vinyl. We've only got 15 minutes of the show left anyway, so we'll cut it out a little bit early so you guys can get on the road and get to your next show. Everybody go out and check out my new friends. I'm a fan now of Jesus and the Dinosaurs. Check out all the bands, the Screaming Bloody Marys, Fang, Union 13. I know East Ray Bay from the Dead Kennedys has got a project on there too.
Lady Killers.
The Lady Killers. Who else are we forgetting from Dead?
Flowers.
Nerve.
Hellflowers. Thank you, Falk. Of course. Who?
The Nerve.
The Nerve.
Yeah.
The Nerve. Okay. These are all Die Laughing Records bands. Thanks to Jillian. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Dutchie. Thanks to Hell for coming in. Thanks Mike for fucking taking these kids under his wing and helping them out.
Yeah.
By the way, how the fuck are you guys gonna pay for the gas? Jeez, it's like $4 goddamn a gallon right now.
You guys, the shows have been good to us, and keep buying our merchandise, please.
There you go. That's a good thing.
Please.
That was the most authentic plea that I think I've ever had on this show.
So he's an authentic guy.
Yeah. Please.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Check out his Chicano Sergeant Pepper shirt that he's got.
Oh yeah, it's actually my work shirt.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm a fucking cocinero, and I just so happen to think that it looks a little bit spiffy outside of work. Excuse the fuck out of me. Sorry.
I red threading. That's it.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
man,
All right.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate it, Ron.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Like I said, this is the home of rock and roll, punk rock, and everything strange. What was that weird ass band? I gotta tell my kids again. The Pervert.
Pervert.
Yeah.
Little pervert, man.
All right. Do you guys have any last shout outs? Anything you guys want to say while you guys are here on the airwaves? Anybody else that you want to give some props out to, or whatever? Whatever you guys want to fucking say.
Shout out, don't book 924 Gilman. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. It's
Yeah.
not the same as
Not
it
the same.
was.
Don't go. If
Yeah.
anyone's listening, just don't do
I
it.
got a question. No, that's good because I want to know. Tell me why. Because one, I'm hoping that
Super PC, like, you just can't.
they gave Fang a bunch of shit, right? They wouldn't. They
It's
wouldn't.
about,
have-
Yes.
it's about the least punk rock place we've played.
Yeah.
Which is really
And it's
unfortunate
the
because
fucking
it's
Gilman.
a legendary
Unfortunate.
place.
And they
Yeah.
booking with emo bands from Indiana too.
Oh my
The,
god.
the booking is
Yeah.
not. They don't even listen to the bands. It seems like before
Yeah.
they book them. So it's all
Yeah.
just that mixture, like not really
Yeah.
cohesive at all.
Yeah.
Gilman, if you're listening, do better.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
deserve
for
it.
sure.
The scene deserves
Yeah.
it.
Spot is there.
A little constructive criticism. 924 Gilman. Yes, radio voice. No, I was kidding.
That's pretty good, man. Next
But,
time we'll give you your own. We'll do your own show. We'll let you bring in some music as long as it's not Pervert.
Oh, for sure.
I'm kidding, man. That's a young. I'll do the Buzzcocks with you and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Sure,
That,
yeah.
that might have to
Yeah.
grow on me a little bit. That was a little bit strange. I said maybe my kids will dig it.
I said
No, that's
live
interesting.
show's better.
What's that?
Live shows.
All right, I believe you. I believe
Yeah,
you.
yeah, definitely, man.
All right. So you guys be safe out there. Have a great show tonight. And I can't wait to see you guys play. Hopefully you guys will come back real soon.
Hell
And
yeah.
Yeah.
when you guys drop that the new record, we'll play it here first. And like I said, the show, Chaotic Radio is changing. We're trying to do a little bit more for the scene. So besides just this once a week show that I do, Dutchy show, we're going to be playing a lot of the bands that I've interviewed. Dutchy's interviewed a lot of good bands. So we're going to put you guys in rotation. So this
right
way,
on.
Tight, man.
instead of Spotify and that shit, you get to listen to Chaotic Radio and listen to the bands that we picked out.
Yeah.
And you guys will be in there. Friends of Soul and Bones, the Screaming Bloody Marys. We'll throw them. We'll throw all these really good bands in there. And then you guys stay in touch with me and
Definitely,
we'll
man.
do some stuff together, man. Have a great show tonight. Break a leg, break some necks. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Hey, Hef, what else do you got pulled up by G's and the Lizard since I can't play any vinyl? G's and the Lizards, G's and the Dinosaurs. Fuck. I just shrank you guys a little bit.
That's right.
What else do you got pulled up there? You got something from
Sorry, close the browser.
Hef.
I failed.
Really
But
killing
I got
me.
you right now.
You know what? I want to hear it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. All right. This show's been a little bit more than all right.
Thanks,
It's
man.
been good. It's been fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun, man.
All right, you ready to take us out? All right. Hey, everybody, thanks a lot for listening to the Black
you,
Lung
everybody.
Show on Chaotic Radio. Thanks for teasing Dinosaurs. Thanks, thanks to people like Mike. Be more like Mike. All right. Help the bands out there. All right. I'm Ryan Pena. This is the Black Lung Show. Thanks, Hef. Thanks everybody listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Right on. Thank you.
That was awesome, man.